Feel me sing. Welcome back. It feels good to be back on Poetic Vibes on Abad Radio. And if you're just joining the program for the first time, I say welcome to the biggest poetry program on radio. And I am your regular host, Funke Awodia. We just listen to the voice of Bukola Elemide, popularly known as Asha Bimbanke. Even when I cry, I could still see the road. Yes, even in my tears, in my sadness, and even in the rain, I still know how to preserve the memory of my loved one. Because today we are talking about collage of memories, how we can use poetry to preserve the memories of our loved ones. And it's going to be a wrap off for Ngugi wa Thiong'o, who the giant African writer who we've been talking about from the beginning of this month. Ngugi wa Thiong'o died last month, I think May 28th to be specific. So I want this to be interactive. I don't know anybody out there who might want to be a part of this program. If you could write just one line to keep someone's memory alive forever, what would it be? I will encourage you to send text or voice note to this number, not the studio number this time around, 070345063. I take that again, 07038455063. Text messages alone, voice note or text message, 07034815063. But if you want to talk about how you think poetry can help to preserve the memory of loved ones, then you can call the studio number, which is 09137677275. 09137677275. So I'll be expecting your conversation. And now, what exactly does collage means? A collage is made of from fragments, scraps of the past. The metaphor now, not the physical collage. Collage is like an artwork that is having different kind of pieces put together. But using collage as a metaphor now is like collage is made of fragments, scraps of the past, loving, glued together. Our poems are pieces of people, voices of the vanished, held together with ink. You see, there are so many times that I, as an individual, try as much as possible to preserve the memories of my loved one. And I don't even do it when people die alone. I have so many poems I've written to inspire my students, and I tell them they should put it on the wall where they can read them to themselves. But you see, because I'm a quite emotional person. Maybe that's why I'm a poet. I make sure also that I try to document the life and times of my loved ones, those that are resting in memorial tombs. So one of them is what I'll be sharing with you today. And this one is a poem dedicated to Dr. Solomon Iguare, a former head of Department of English Language Department, Babcock University, and he's also a pioneer member of Southwest Writers Forum. It's Good Night to a Soulful Being. Where goes the signature smile? Fear and tears replaced it. When cancer locked in cells of Padiso, so hard to believe it happened, sending all to Denial Island, causing hibernation away from space and hub that once heard our laughters and banters. When a friend ceased to exist, memories become bag of hope in a desert of loss and pain. Had I known life is truly short, I would have taken countless short walk with you on the path we met, a place of convergence of words and words made. So hard to say goodbye and harder to accept it could have been better. Good night to a soulful being whose word lifted souls around him. The light bearer whose presence is not only fair in fair skin, but fair judgment to all that is concerned. Life is blissful when we cherish the things we get. I once had a friend and a mentor, Adayo Solomon Odiase Iguare. Yes, Dr. Solomon Iguare died 3 years ago, but I believe that the memories of everything he has done and my interaction with him should be preserved in in poetry. But it's not going to be sad poems, sad poems. Like I said, I usually sit down and compose poems for my students. I'm going to share one of such poem when I come back from this break. So dear friend, stay warm out there and make sure you stay glued to Poetic Vibes on Abad Radio. I'm going on a break. I'll be right back.